this is Sapphire. So, I mean, my channel's not viewed all that often, and I'm trying to kind of reboot my channel. So, I thought, hey, let's, you know, let's buy an Artsnacks and, see what happens. So, you can even see it here. Like, I said to wait a couple days once I got it, because I got it about 2 days ago, and I haven't been able to play with anything except for the pen. So I've been keeping everything nicely preserved to do this video, because I want to do videos like this. I want a recent video on my YouTube. So, yeah. So here's what my supplies are going to be here today. I've already opened the box. So I'm going to be using a pencil, and I got other watercolor brushes, but there's already a brush in here. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, now let me lay these down inside. And here's the little thing that tells me what everything is. So, further ado, let's get this part open and let's see what everything does. Here's what's in the wrap. Okay. That is what is in the box. Now let's look at it. So, from the list here, there is the Core Watercolor by Golden. Oh, hi Sylvester, Goofy Cat. And I got the more golden color, I guess you could say. I've seen other ones that are blue. Okay. So the next thing on this list is this brush. It's a Elite Synthetic Kolinsky Stable Brush by Princeton Brush. I haven't got to play with this thing at all yet, so I'm quite curious about it. Here, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in here. Okay, let's get it out of its little packaging here. Having packaging failure here. Okay. So, here's the brush. Feels very nice. Here, let me zoom out. It feels very nice. The tip feels nice. So I'm pretty excited to see how this works, because I have really cheap brushes. Thing it's talking about is this right here, which is the Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver by General Pencil. So basically you wash your brushes out with this. I'm curious about it, and it's like really waxy. It smells kind of like lemon pine sol. Sylvester! No! So yeah, I have a brush that I'm going to try this out on and see how it works. Let's see, in the back of this, it's talking about the Pentel Arts Hybrid Techniques Roller Ball Pen, which is this. Apparently, it's a water-resistant pen. Whenever you are drawing, you can keep the cap off and the pen won't dry out in a long period of time. So that's pretty cool actually. And the last thing in this box is this Yupo watercolor pad. There's the camera. This Yupo watercolor pad, and I think I'm putting everything upside down. I'm doing my camera away special, so this has 10 sheets in it, and it's supposed to be like a different kind of watercolor paper, but they also say it can be good for markers. In this, from First Feels, it's like very, very smooth. I'm wondering if my pencil will even do anything on it. It's like smooth on both sides. So I have markers that I'll try out too. So I'm going to be doing 2 pictures in this, which is why I have this, because I decided to do Pokemon with the colors that I have. So you've seen all the materials besides a sticker, which I dated because I'm going to start buying more of these. And I just want to stick them on my sketchbook or something, and there you go. And Smarties. That's my art snack, which I'm cool with because I love those things. I've actually been wanting them for a couple days now. So, I guess let's check out this paper and stuff and see what's going on, I guess. Okay, so hi guys. As you can see, I'm getting my supplies out and testing out the markers and this paper. There is something that I really want to talk about with this paper. This paper is a weird blend, and I don't quite remember what it is, but it doesn't really absorb, which is the whole point of watercolor paper. I think it's still a good paper. I would buy it for pencils because I recently tested it with graphite pencils and colored pencils, and everything laid down so smoothly. So if you like this paper but you don't really like it for like watercolor or markers, I would suggest using it for pencils, because that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to buy a small one, a little bit bigger than the one that they gave us, but I'm going to buy a small one carried around with me for pencils and color pencils, because you can easily erase the colored pencils off of there without having the Prismacolor color erase pencils. So, like, as you can see in this, like, the colors are coming out really dark, and I'm using a 2H, which is a, like, it's still soft, but it's not super soft. And I wasn't pressing very hard. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about the paper. But, like I said, it doesn't absorb. So, I don't think it's a great watercolor paper unless you're one that makes mistakes a lot with watercolors, which it happens. And I think it would be fine for that. Anyways, I do want to talk about this ballpoint pen. I thought that this ballpoint pen was really, really interesting. It's a water-resistant pen, and it sorry, I'm getting off track. It's a water-resistant pen, and I want to say it has something to do with gel ink, but I'm just gonna keep that to that. Anyways, so yeah, I thought the ball pen, it was nice. It laid down very smoothly, very nice lines. I don't really have any complaints for it. It's a very nice pen. It doesn't really go over watercolors later on, but I don't really think it was made to do that, so that's fine. I do want to say that whenever I was doing this piece with the Lobany, I really, I felt like I was going to smudge it at almost every point. I was so scared because, like I said, it doesn't absorb into the paper, so it's all just kind of smooshing on there. And I think that's kind of cool because you can fix your mistakes. But I don't want to touch the piece ever again because I feel like I'm gonna like smudge it. So yeah, that's what I think about that and the pen. And I realized that I couldn't use the pen because it smudged on the paper because it didn't absorb. So I decided to sketch this out with the watercolors that I was given, the core watercolors, which are amazing. They are very nice watercolors. I would expect that for something that is like $15 a tube. They lay down just as you would expect. I'm a little out of practice with watercolors, so for me, like I'm not gonna give the greatest review of things because I'm not a professional artist. But I do think that these lay down very, very well, and I really, really do want to talk about this brush. I think that this brush was a very, very good brush, but I'm not a fan of synthetic brushes. I feel like they don't absorb water that well, and I pretty much feel like watercolor brushes should be hair brushes, hair bristle brushes, but like synthetic brushes are just as good. Sometimes they're even better. Like I think this one is probably better than the cheap ones I have. But yeah, like that's a rant for me. Like I like hair bristle brushes for watercolor. Anyways, so here's what I was talking about earlier with the ballpoint pen. I eventually just stopped and used my pro marker. And like I eventually, like right now, had to use the chisel tip because it just wasn't laying down enough. Anyways, so you see that I'm using the pro marker and not the ballpoint pen. Well, I was originally going to use the ballpoint pen, but it just didn't really turn out, and I eventually had to use the chisel tip of the marker to actually get the black to lay down on top of this watercolor. So, I mean, most people don't really do it that way. They usually do it the other way around. So, I did it the absolute reverse. But besides that, like, everything turned out pretty nice to me. I feel like the helioptile could have been better because I need to practice more. But I think it's funny how the markers had a bit of a watercolor feel to them, even though, like, they're not watercolors. So I thought it was cool how the markers came out, but I wouldn't want that to happen anymore. And like I said, I just need more practice with watercolors. So thanks guys for watching this video, and if you want to see another video of mine, go check out the Espion and the Ghosties at the link up here. And if you want to see more of my art, go to my DeviantArt or my Tumblr, where I'll be posting more stuff. Besides that, thanks guys, subscribe. I hope you have a good day. Bye.